Good afternoon. My name is Morgan Harper, and I'm going to introduce you guys to a man named Chris Zane. So this is Chris Zane, and he is a successful businessman. The reason that his business became so successful is because he realized one key aspect, and that aspect is that he realized that business success wasn't all about the stuff that you sell. He actually started fixing bikes when he was 12 years old in his parents' garage, and he actually had the opportunity at 16 years old to take over a rundown bike shop and he actually borrowed $23,000 from his grandpa, and within the first year he racked up $56,000, and this year he is actually expected to make $21 million. So the opportunity for small businesses just like yours, to become hugely successful is very possible if you take certain steps and you remember certain things. There are 7 different steps that I'm going to talk to you about today that you can implement in your own business to help make it successful. The first one is to do what you love. So do what you love and love what you do. If you do not actually like what you do you personally like doing what you do here, selling these different clothes and stuff? So if you do not like what you do, that is actually going to directly be reflected in your business's success. And if you do like what you do, your business is actually going to be more successful because of that reason. 70% of people actually stay in their career longer and have more success if they do enjoy what they're doing. The next thing to remember is to take what you do seriously. So while it is very important to really love what you do, it is also important to take everything that you do very seriously. It can be very frustrating because it can be time consuming and it cannot happen as fast as you want it to when you are starting up a new business. But this is an entrepreneur quote that I found that says, "Follow one course until successful," or focus. And I'm sure you know, as starting up your own business yourself, that it's very important to keep your nose to the grindstone when working through this difficult time when it maybe the success doesn't come as fast as you want it to. But it is very important it becomes very easy to want to give up, but it's important to not give up. But little do the people know that rain on the Small Business Owners Parade, that small business owners have actually become much more successful in recent years than they ever have been before. The next thing to remember is to plan everything. And this step is absolutely essential in making a business become successful. Planning everything actually serves 2 different purposes. The first purpose is that it requires you to think of different business situations that you might find yourself in and also come up with conclusions to those different situations. The second purpose that it serves is it requires you to physically write down on a piece of paper or something your plan for your business, and that can serve as well as as a yardstick to measure how successful you are in your plans or in different segments of your plan. The next important thing to remember is to manage your money very wisely. This is a very important step in making a business become successful because obviously money has a lot to do with the success of your business. There are 2 different aspects when it comes to money management. The first one is the money that you personally receive or that your business receives from your clients through the goods and services that you provide for them, otherwise known as your income. And the second aspect is the money that you spend on workers, on the things that a business requires to keep running, and also the inventory. So you personally spend money on all those different things to keep your business up and running as well. So obviously, the first one, your income, has to be greater than your expenses for your business to be successful. Something that I would strongly advise dealing with money management is to really pay attention to where every dollar goes, especially when starting up a brand new business, because it matters a lot where all that money's going, even just the dollar. Because when starting a new business, it doesn't have very much money in the first place. The next thing to remember is to ask for the sale. So in order to do this, some people might think that you need to be an expert salesperson or be a specialist in public relations or just be really good at selling things to people, but it actually doesn't require any of those things. It just requires you to get out there and to ask people to buy what you're selling. So I'm sure you have done different things, and actually I've seen and I've researched a few different things that your company has done. You guys have a Facebook page, and you're also out in different advertisements on the internet. So you need to do this in order for your business to become successful. My family has done something kind of similar to what you guys are doing, and that is starting up their own business. So they've moved to Montana within the past year to start up an assisted living business. And some of the things that my dad did to start up this new business is he sent out brochures, and he also put out commercials on television advertising what he was trying to promote. So he put out the specials, the opening special that we were having, because it was at a discount for the new people that would come into our facility, and he put this on both the brochures and on the commercials on TV. And this helped him to get some of our people into our facility, so it helped contribute to his success there. The next thing that you will want to remember when dealing with the success of a business is that it is all about the customer. So it is very important to maintain your products that you're selling. Here it is beautiful, and all of the clothes are displayed very nicely, and the shop is kept very clean, and that is extremely important. However, it is really important to remember as well that your customer is just as important as the products that you are selling. So have you ever had a very rude customer come in, or maybe a customer with a very outrageous request? I know that I personally did. I worked in retail when I was in high school, and I worked there for about a year, and I had some customers come in that were not very kind and also had some kind of outrageous requests, I thought. But these specific incidences actually also contribute to our business's success as well. Because in these specific incidences, it's when people remember how we react to their outrageous requests or to them not being so kind. So we're going to be remembered for how we are, how we react to those different situations. The next thing that we're going to want to remember, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about today, is to become a shameless self-promoter. So this might mean a variety of different things. So like I said, I know you guys are on Facebook, right? So you promote things through Facebook. This might also mean to send out flyers or to advertise to people that are around you and ask them to get the word out as well. So one of the biggest myths about business success is that your business is just going to eventually get out there and be seen in the public. But it doesn't actually work like this. It actually takes you personally to go out and promote yourself. And this next person, her name is Erin Baker, and she is another successful business owner. She owned a bakery, and they sold healthy breakfast cookies. And a woman called and asked for the nutrition information on these healthy breakfast cookies, and she found out that there are only actually 2 Weight Watchers spoons. So from in 1 year's amount of time, Erin Baker went from 2 employees to 100 employees. This next person is another example of a successful business owner, and her name is Joanna Meisels, and she took her son to get his first haircut when he was young, and she said it was a fun experience, and she brought a video camera and recorded it as well, but it wasn't quite everything that she had expected. So she set out to make the most exciting place for a child to get his haircut. And her salon is actually now the #1 salon that specializes in children's haircuts, and she has 63 locations and also plans to make franchises in the UK as well. So the reason that I'm presenting this to you guys today is to remember that you too, just like these different people that I've talked about today, you can become just as successful as they have been if you're willing to take certain steps and do certain things, remember certain things to help your business become successful. Thank you.